Hello and welcome. I'm Blair Blackwell, and this is the Daily Cyber Brief. Here's today's rundown of the biggest cybersecurity stories you need to know today. Good morning. This is the Daily Cyber Brief for Thursday, February 12th, 2026. Here are the key cyber risks shaping today's session. A quietly exploited Apple zero-day. A supply chain twist in Microsoft Outlook add-ins that stole thousands of credentials, and fresh vulnerabilities from Windows to Linux that keep the patch cadence high. We'll start with identity and trusted ecosystems. Researchers say the Agree-to Outlook add-in was hijacked in the Microsoft Store and repurposed into a phishing kit, siphoning more than 4,000 Microsoft account credentials. It's a notable supply chain angle. A legitimate distribution channel turned into an initial access vector, hitting single sign-on, email, and collaboration workflows where users already expect prompts and plugins. There's also a law enforcement note with direct relevance to multi-factor authentication. Dutch police arrested a 21-year-old alleged seller of Joker OTP, a phishing automation tool built to intercept one-time passcodes. The takedown is welcome, but the market signal is clear. MFA interception remains industrialized, and playbooks don't disappear with a single arrest. On vulnerabilities, Apple shipped fixes for a zero-day, exploited in what it calls an extremely sophisticated attack aimed at specific individuals. Details are sparse by design, but the message is plain. Targeted exploitation is active in the wild, and rapid update hygiene for iOS and macOS devices matters for executive protection and high-value users. Microsoft also closed an unusual Windows 11 Notepad flaw that allowed remote code execution via specially crafted Markdown links. The trick? A user click on a benign-looking link could silently run local or remote programs without the usual Windows security warnings, blending social engineering with a low-friction execution path. Following on from yesterday's patch cycle, there's a small but important update. Microsoft's tally stands at 59 vulnerabilities this month, including 0 days under active attack. And over 60 vendors issued patches across operating systems, cloud, and network platforms. The mix includes privilege escalation, security feature bypass, and denial of service, the kind of bug classes adversaries chain for lateral movement and persistence. In campaigns and malware, analysts report a surge in Llama Stealer infections tied to Castle Loader, using the click-fix technique to drive social engineering installs. It's a reminder that user-driven payload delivery remains effective when paired with believable lures and quick-hit execution chains. Meanwhile, a new Linux botnet dubbed SSH Stalker uses old-school IRC for command and control, and leans on legacy kernel exploits alongside rootkit-style artifacts, a low-noise way to hold Linux systems for crypto mining or proxying. And on the ransomware front, the Crazy Group is abusing legitimate employee monitoring software and the Simple Help remote support tool for stealthy persistence and staging. Another example of dual-use IT utilities being repurposed for hands-on keyboard intrusions. Looking ahead, watch for continued weaponization of the Apple zero-day in targeted campaigns, opportunistic abuse of Markdown link lures tied to Notepad, and copycats aiming at the Outlook add-in ecosystem. Linux systems may see increased scanning and botnet recruitment, and exposed training or demo applications in cloud environments remain attractive footholds for crypto mining. What to watch for today? Identity providers and single sign-on platforms pressured by malicious add-ins and OTP interception. macOS and iOS fleets that need timely zero-day updates. Windows endpoints exposed to link-driven execution chains. Linux servers and SSH endpoints at risk from legacy exploit kits and IRC-based botnets. Remote support and monitoring tools that can double as persistence. And cloud-hosted training sandboxes or intentionally vulnerable apps left reachable from the internet. The takeaway? Attackers are blending social engineering with trusted distribution channels and dual-use tooling. The patching cycle is busy but familiar. The differentiator is vigilance around identity, extensions, and legitimate utilities that become quiet backdoors. That's it for today's edition of the Daily Cyber Brief. Thanks for listening. I'm Blair Blackwell. This podcast is for informational purposes only and is not cybersecurity, legal, or financial advice.